Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ybot. Welcome back to City Skylines. So, we just did a quick little time lapse there to showcase the city growing, just growing up, getting everything up to level, I suppose. I was going to say up to density, but yeah, just up to level. So, we are now at 30,000 pop. We need we need 6,000 more people in order to get to our goal. Okay, so once we get that, by the way, that means a new square, so I'm hoping to get that this episode. Excuse me, so just bear with me. We'll see what we can do. I'll get a timer up and running because I'm filming this with Fraps, so that means she's going to need to be edited. And also I don't have the built-in timer from other things. Traffic. So I got some fairly considerable traffic issues right here. These are going to be interesting. So, right now we have extremely high demand for either industrial or office space. Our office area there, and please once again bear with me, my poor old computer is taking a little bit of time as we whip across the city. My goal is by the end of the year for this to no longer be a problem, and for all current games at least will run perfectly smooth, buttery smooth on my brand new computer, and I'm overbuilding the fuck out of it. Don't worry. So, yeah, that is coming along piece by piece as I can afford it. Anyway, let's take a look at office space here. So, overwhelming demand for office space. I believe we got some transit lines set up last time. These are looking fairly decent. Not too terrible. I mean, we need more. We need to get subways hooked up. That would be better to just have subways kind of connecting the little boroughs around these areas, and then just maybe have buses go around the block if needed. Possibly that's unnecessary. Perhaps the Sims can just walk to the subway station. Anyway, I think I might add just a little bit more office space here just to encourage people to come in, because they are coming, but they're coming so slowly. Ever so slowly. So let's go ahead and do this, and I do believe that's giving us the correct amount of space that we were looking for. Yes. It is giving us that little 2 square gap, which makes it easier for us to just put in some nice stuff, such as a park. Actually, it makes it so that a small park will fit in here. Period. Well, I suppose it would. It would just, like, completely take over, but yeah, this way it works a little. Gives us a bit more space. There are larger buildings. I'll switch this to the fill tool, and there we go. We got water going on here. Yep, lots of water. Actually, not lots of water. So, we do need to work on our water and our sewage. We're getting kind of low on those. So, I think I'm actually going to just throw one down here in the middle of the interchange. That won't be a problem since it's, everything is underground there. Alright, and the power system complaint was just, that was just merely the game saying that, hey, this water pump isn't hooked up. Although, maybe not. We're getting into brownout territory, and if it gets too cold, we could be in some trouble. That being said, since we do have, snowfall on here, I think, just because I don't want to actually, get more power plants set up. I do believe at 15 degrees, a lot of these buildings are actually using electricity to heat themselves. So if we can avoid that in some areas, that would be most desirable. Especially since we have a lot of excess heat being produced from our boiler station right now. So, let's see maybe about getting this area hooked up. It's going to require a lot of upgrading of the line, but do that. Just do a little something here while we're waiting for game to catch up. This isn't actually terribly exciting, so I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to probably edit this down for the sake of time here. So just a sec. Okay, so as you guys can see now, that helped out a little bit. Our temperature has also dropped considerably here, so we went down to 8 degrees Celsius as opposed to 15 as we're going through the night here. But we are also using a lot more heating. We're using double the heating capacity that we were previously, so that is actually helping out, and we are actually ahead here. We would be into the red zone, we'd be going into brownouts. But we are now good. We are now in the green, so we have a little bit of room for expansion, which is good. Probably still want to get power plant. Also want to get a sewage treatment plant, I think. Or, yeah, actually a sewage treatment plant would probably be a good thing at this point. Because things are quite nasty here down at Shit Beach. So let's go ahead and fix that. Try to fix that. Get at least one treatment plant out. It'll stem the tide. People are asking for prisons. We have jail capacity for... Okay, so they are asking for a prison. I don't really want to build one yet. It's like a university. Mostly I just don't know where to put it. I may put in a Band-Aid university. Because these offices are going to demand it. That's going to be a very important thing going forward, is to get that university set up. Yeah. But that is something to consider when we get our next square here. Another thing to consider is... well, this is already hooked up. I was toying with the idea before of turning this into some sort of underground road that connects directly up to the other side of the industrial complex here. I'm not quite sure what to do with this as of yet, I'll be honest. Anyway, here, how are things going here? Are they leveling up nicely? Maybe put this down here to help with fire safety and services. Maybe drop a police station down here as well. And a clinic just to suck up a bit more too. So that is actually triggering the upgrade on a few buildings here, which is good. We can stand to that's actually triggering the upgrade on a great deal of buildings. So we can stand to spend a bit more money on services if we can get some higher level buildings, because those pay considerably higher taxes. Live and learn training, okay. The law firm. These guys right here are getting very close to level 3 status. Do we have any level 3 status offices yet? Doesn't look like it, not quite yet. No, not quite yet. Lots of abandoned commercial space over here because we didn't quite get it all built up. Although I do want to keep these abandoned buildings here because they do provide a connection to the rest of the power grid. Well, these two might just go. The dead component of my downtown core. Keep that going for now. We do have traffic issues, and actually we should... Is there no better way to do this? Probably there isn't. But I mean, I do have all my incinerators down, hiding on this road. Ugh. Right here, for example, we could probably get rid of the traffic light for now. Probably just put a stop sign here and here. And then we're good. Give priority to the dump trucks to get out. Getting back in will be just a little harder. Here, though, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of traffic, especially because of the freight station here. So that's gonna be a problem. How are these trains here? Are they still bringing no people? It appears that way. We're getting very close to our population goal to trigger another expansion. That's good. Major traffic jam right here. Let's take a look at overall traffic. 77%. That's not too bad, but we do have some problems right here. This is actually a fairly terrible interchange. So I may just do a little bit of housekeeping while I'm waiting for the milestone. And the extra square of extra square to play with. Maybe just put an off ramp there instead. Probably gonna live to regret this. Also, probably want to double that one up in terms of its lanes. Large avenue with grass. Large avenue with bus lanes. Let's just take another look here. 4-lane avenue with decorative trees. That's what we want. So just put that on. Very good. Interesting that it continues like this over the bridge. So this doesn't look quite complete anymore. Although at the moment it's redundant. Yes, entire power line is redundant now, so we can probably get rid of it. Okay. As is this one. Cool. Get rid of those, clean things up a little bit. What are we looking at? Clearly it was not education. Probably electricity and just how close we are to getting to the edge there. indeed we're actually having sewer problems because our sewer lines are underpowered. I think I may actually just quickly drop in a wind turbine or two. Don't actually have the room right here or here. Just throw those in to generate just a little bit more power. That's not going to be a permanent fix, though. We've got a long ways to go before we can get a nuclear power plant. So I suppose then that that's our boiler. Suppose that we build yet another oil plant. It'll give us a good amount of power. We've got this hill right here. Ultimately, this would be a good spot for the university, I think. Except that it needs a road to be placed. Maybe down here would be a better spot. Oh, what's going on over here, actually? I must have somehow screwed things up. Yeah. This is now disconnected. Interesting. Well, we'll give it a couple of extra connections just in case. There we go. Now everything's back to normal. So when I was pruning those power lines, I must have pruned something that actually went through here and connected to the lumber industry. All right. Whoops. Now here, guess I should maybe do something a little extra here. Maybe get some sort of road set up. I think this is a reasonable distance from the highway, right? Maybe here? Actually, what's the region's probably insufficient. So I'm gonna just extend it just a little bit more. It's kind of angling off towards the side, so it's not going to be perfect. How's that match up with the region? Fairly nicely. Okay, so that's more or less where we want it. At some point we are going to have to run some roads through here, though we'll try to keep it at a minimum. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe here? This is like the 10th little dot. Let's try that. So maybe just break it up with a road through here that will eventually connect to the parkway. And the reason I was thinking about getting a tunnel set up was that the freight station is on this side. So we do need access to it. So maybe I'll see about doing that after all. Because we can do that. And we got our capital city boost here. So, just gonna play around with this for just a sec here. Also, lots of tunnel-on-tunnel fun by doing this. Oh, wow, we can actually sneak right through here as well. Oh, wait. No. No! Not what I intended to do. So that is actually hooking up to the highway that is underneath there. So we actually want to go down one more, which is going to require more space. Alternatively, we could go up and over, but I think that's probably a poor idea considering the nature of this area. Let's try this. There we go. Get a nice little hookup right there, like so. I'm not sure what we're going to put right here. Maybe a little island of commercial. Yeah, maybe just an island of commercial in this area. Suppose we should have something. And then this will just be completely boring, completely brutal squares. This will be on a hill though, so it won't be perfect. Follow the guide for now. Oh my. And that's actually a pretty terrible road. So yeah, this one I think we may avoid doing anything with for now. And we'll just zone this all industry. We'll avoid zoning on the main road itself, or on the main arterial roads just to keep traffic going, but we'll zone everywhere else. Probably shouldn't be zoning on the main arterial road here, but well, near the station I do want to get some stuff zoned. So we'll do that. I'm going to make sure to delete that traffic light. It's right here. If we have to, we'll just put in a stop sign. Alright, this we don't need a traffic light, this we don't need a traffic light. None of these intersections here we require any sort of traffic lights. Even right here for now we can get rid of that. This will definitely need a traffic light. So it's going to be quite disruptive. Hopefully not too disruptive, but it's going to be pretty disruptive. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and build the thermal pipes. You know what, we'll just go ahead and do this. Follow the guides. Hook that up. So probably a bit too much coverage, but that's all right. And for now, we'll put in a kind of a crappy bus line in here. That, you know, just goes down to the station and back. There we go. That is actually a bit of a problem. I may put in a little bit of a cheat bus turnaround zone right here, just to get rid of that. Especially since we can kill traffic lights now. So I'm just going to do that. Add a stop and delete it. Perfect. Now then, let's see about maybe adding on a new piece of the city. So we can expand over here, which is interesting. So if I want to, I can expand further and put some residential over here. Alternatively, and I might very well do this, I can put some more commercial, I can just get everything to continue down here. Could fill in this area. Lots of options. Could expand the suburbs westward. I think I want to claim the stuff by the river, though. I want to make the city to be close to the river, so probably this one for now. I'll maybe quickly investigate, see what we can do in terms of a hydroelectric dam, if that's going to work. It would give us a whack of power, but I feel like it's going to flood everything. That seems kind of tempting, though. It's going to destroy the river, though. What if we were to just do something a little more humble like that? How... here's the problem. If we did that, it's going to flood this entire area, so we can't really have that. Can't really afford to have a dam go higher than this, quite frankly. That's going to not give us too much power. I suppose also we should maybe consider getting some power lines set up. There we go. That should fix the industrial zone very nicely. Let's go ahead and give them a firehouse and a police station. Throw down a clinic. And you know what? Let's even try giving them small park. See if that helps improve the land values at all. Alright, so we have this new square to play with. I've got this nice little plateau here. I'd really actually like to take advantage of this and maybe throw a university up on top of the hill. Although, once again, I can do the same thing over here. Or I can just stick it in the middle of downtown. You know, since this area is pretty dead to begin with, I could potentially put a university in and then just rebuild this area to focus it upon being a university campus. Yeah, actually, come to think of it, I think I have an idea, folks. Possibly a very, very crazy idea. But I have an idea nonetheless. I'm thinking about expanding the road here and turning it into another arterial road. A proper arterial road. With a traffic light and everything. Yeah, let's do that. We'll throw bike lanes on. Make it super useful. Yeah, so we'll do that. And now we'll expand it and we'll bulldoze all those nice businesses we just got set up. Alright. So, first things first, we need to undo the damage. I need to undo the damage I've caused here by getting rid of all these bloody traffic lights. I'm just putting one traffic light here. Alright, now then, a university. How can we get that set up? Let's try maybe putting it here. Oh, we're having water issues. What's up? Water availability is low. Why is that? Are these things not powered? No, they're all powered. But they weren't. That is peculiar. But this should fix itself in a second here. Okay, so we got our university set up. We're gonna need a subway station here. So we'll just go ahead and put a subway station down there now. We'll get it hooked up later on, but I do want to make sure that that's included in the core of the design. Dog park. Botanical gardens could be a good addition. Just want to make things look like it's a university here. So add in some fancy buildings. Maybe add in some landmarks too. Any statues that would be applicable? Statue of Shopping, Plaza of the Dead, Statue of Industry. Could throw in this plaza here. We also want to make sure that some of this is residential now. What other sort of parks and attractions can we throw in here? Touristy stuff. Skate park wouldn't be completely out of place over here. Got our botanical gardens down. Nice little Japanese garden, perhaps. Hospital would be good too, actually. Space already occupied. Yeah. Let's put a hospital down there too. There we go. that's gonna make the land value go up like crazy in that area. And we'll convert a block, like a 2-block radius, into residential. Not quite a 2-block radius, but like just the nearby area will be converted over to residential. We'll leave this area as commercial because it's very, very, very busy. Get rid of that. This area is worth a fortune now, so screw you. You can build something better. And alright. So we have a subway station hook up here. Should probably get this hooked up. Did we want to throw in any additional subway stops while we're here? I think I'd like one down here. Could always just do it like so. Every other street. It seems somewhat excessive, but maybe we'll do it that way. And stagger them down here. Oh. Okay, so we actually skipped too many there. That's fine. So just 3 here. How are we going to get this all linked together, though? And we got new buildings. Harbor and freight harbor. Okay. What would be the most elegant way to link these together? Clearly doing this, just linking these all together, is no problem. But then this, merging these two lines, how do we do that? How do we want to do that? Actually, you know what the best way would probably be? Would to have the train flow down this way, loop around, flow down this way, and then deposit itself into the train station. I think that'll work. I think that won't be too long of a commute for some people. We'll see. So we'll just put a nice little bend in the just put a nice little bend in the track there. It's not perfect, but it'll do for now. Just do some boring straight lines from station to station, and then we'll do some curved lines again to hook up to the train station. Right, we can't do anything fancy here because that's a subway station itself. Okay, there we go. Just get a line set up. So in this area, we're actually treating a subway far more like a bus service than we normally treat the subways in this game. We're treating the train service the way we normally treat the subways. So, we'll see if it works. What's our next milestone, actually? So we're a capital city, we get ship services, we get that extra square. Next up is cargo hubs and nuclear power. And we do want our nuclear power. I don't think there's anything bad that can happen yet that I'm aware of for nuclear power, so that'll be good. let's see, what else do we want to do here? Obviously keep growing the city. We want to embank the river. I think I'll extend this road for now, just straight down. 180 degrees. Yep. Just make it go right to the edge of this. We are going to have to get this highway set up. I don't think we have enough time this episode, unfortunately. Yeah, where do we want to start? How far away is this one? Just for a little symmetry here. It's one. It's all out of whack. Possibly about here, I would say. And maybe another one here. And then a final one right here. Assuming it'll let us do this with the full 90-degree angle. It will. Cool. Very good. So these guys are having issues getting people to come to work. Interesting. We also have a nice big hill in the middle of this area. Well, it's shallow enough we can build on it. That's good. What do we want to do with this southern area? Do we want to continue the combination of commercial and offices? That's what I'd like to do, but there's not enough demand for it yet. Excuse me. Garbage is piling up. Our incinerators are getting full. That's no good. We'll have to do something about that. Oh, also, we have major traffic congestion here. A lot of people are trying to go left. So that is definitely a thing. So I think we need to do some work on this. In the form of an underground interchange. So I'll have this hook up underground to the rest of the city, or to the rest of the highway. That should make things a lot easier. And we'll just... As much as I do like this setup better, we'll get rid of that for now. And that'll make traffic... That'll make the flow of traffic a little bit more natural. We should also probably upgrade the rest of this. If it'll let me. We'll see. Hopefully everything will look just as good as it did before. In terms of the angle, yep. Well, not as much green, but still looking very nice. Didn't really change the intersection. Unfortunately, a lot of people making left-hand turns onto that highway. This is a disaster. Even though... Yeah, the problem here is the game's pathfinding system. And the fact that I haven't split this up into 2 different lanes. So, these guys are deciding when they're turning left that it's going to be faster for them to turn left through several lanes of traffic than to simply go underneath the bridge, loop around, and just merge on the right-hand side. So that... In real life, that would work beautifully right here. But unfortunately, we're playing City Skylines, and they're just programmed to go for the shortest possible route, which is this, as opposed to this. Which is causing a fairly epic traffic backlog here. We do have considerable amounts of traffic here. Can't help but wonder if maybe there's a better way to handle this. So this is getting congested as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at how this is functioning, maybe do some traffic modification soon. On the bright side, we do have demand for residential growth, which is always nice. But this is bothering me quite a bit. So they're all coming on here. So this is how they get in from downtown. And then from the rest of the city, they come in through here and then down this way. And despite the fact that there is no traffic light there, it's still chaotic lane changes all over the place, which is causing issues. So possibly I want to force them to make their lane changes sooner. I can maybe try to do it this way. Make it just all one lane. Force them to do their lane changes further back. That might make it better than just idiotic last minute lane changes. But we'll see. So now they're kind of doing a bit more of a zippery setup here. We'll see. What is the setup, by the way, here for this messy interchange? Stop signs on either side. This way, and this way are through roads. Oh, also this is causing issues. This area is backed up as well. Much of this could be fixed by public transit. This train station is almost completely unused, so that's a problem. This station is barely used. This station is used quite frequently. This one's barely used. And this one is also barely used. So I think the key here is that I may have to follow the same model that I'm following here with the subways and just put a ton of subway stations in. Because those do seem to be working. What did I just do? I think I just deleted a piece of the line. But I think I put it back. This is a traffic light. That's gotta go. Just a simple stop sign right there will do just fine. Let's just review this road right here. I think we can try maybe doing this instead. Just blocking this with a stop sign. These traffic lights can be really a big pain in the butt. We'll try the same thing over here. It's working out well for this area. And the same over here and here. It's already done. And sure, the same there in case there's any problems. Alright, we'll let that keep an eye on that, see how it goes. Traffic is down to 68%, which is pretty bad. So, see if that works out. And if it does, fantastic. And if it doesn't, I'll think of something. Traffic does seem to be moving better now. So this bus is disgorging a whole herd of people here. Actually, no, it isn't. This one... There's a ton of people actually trying to get on the bus. So right here, yeah, so the bus service is not meeting their needs by any means. Although train ridership is going up. 186 per week, 359, 364. Subway is doing very well for itself. Oh wait, no, that's the tram. So the tram line is doing spectacularly well. The subway line, not so much, but it's still brand new. So, we'll see. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to throw down a cut here for now. I hope you've been enjoying these videos. I'm sure I'm enjoying making them quite a bit. And, yeah, next time... we'll continue to expand the city some more. Obviously, I'm fairly satisfied with this area for the university. So, I'm thinking we'll try to get more, try to get a bit more commercial in there, maybe a bit more residential mixed in there too. And we will likely be doing a lot of work on public transit here, because that is now becoming very obvious that that is going to be a major issue as the city gets larger. So, thanks once again for watching. My name's Unfortuatnely, and I will see you guys next time.